Okay, we are live now. And I'm just setting up the recording as well. Okay. Okay, Jaya. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inspiring Indian Women. We have Jaya here, Jaya Sajnani, the host of the day, but I think she has just, I can't see her. Is she logged out? Ah, there you are. Jaya Sajnani from YG Travels is the host for today. Welcome, everybody, to this session of Inspiring Indian Women, something about filling in the generation gap on parenting. And here is Jaya. Jaya, over to you.
Thank you so much, Rashmi Mishra. Thank you, Rajni, for contacting me and allowing me this opportunity to be a host for this event. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Jaya Sajnani, and I am today's host. It's not about me today. Today, we are going to talk about Indian inspiring women who are organizing this event today, which is Balancing Generation Gap. We have very lovely speakers here, Heenaba, Rajni, Shah, Kirti, Soni, Dimple, and we have lovely teenager as well who is going to speak on behalf of the group of teenager, how they feel when it comes to the parenting and their feedback as well. So I am honored to be here. So we can start with first Rajni Shah, if you can please introduce yourself for 2 minutes and explain your name, from where you are speaking, and what do you do?
Hello everyone, my name is Rajni Shah. I'm an educator and I am from Guwahati, Assam. I reside in India, and I am also a member of IIW. And recently I have been into 2 more organizations. I am the IGC chair and one more Kaushalya UK. So I am into social activist. I am a social activist and I'm doing some social work as well. And today we are here to discuss a very lovely topic about parenting. Though I'm not a parent, but being an educator, I felt that the gap between the 2 generations is somewhere hurting the teenagers. They feel they are left somewhere and no one is there to listen their problems. So we are here to discuss what they feel, because as an educator, I am very much close to the kids and they used to share a lot of things with me. So what I have gone through is most of the children say that my parents doesn't understand me. What they feel, what they want to do, what they want to speak, their parents are not able to understand. I just want to share one incident. One of my students, he is 15 years old, and he told me that his mother is not communicating with him because he spoke some bad words or something with to his mother, and his mother stopped talking to him since 1 week, and he is feeling very like lonely, and he can't take it. So I explained his mother that children can make mistakes and we are here to make them understand that we as a parent want to hear what they want to say. And also I explained the child that your mother is taking so much pain to raise you up. So you should also respect her decisions, whatever she is saying, because she has seen the life, a long life. You are very small. You have seen just a part of the life. Your mother has gone through your age. So it is very, very important to understand your mother's feeling too. Your mother is not your enemy. Now, what we have seen that in this like teenagers, they are so much into social media. They see lots of things in the social media, and somewhere they feel that they are not getting that opportunity which others are getting. So somewhere they feel that they are lacking behind what others are doing. So this is also hampering their thought process, and they cannot connect with their parents. They are feeling that the parent is not understanding their problem. Either it is a mother or father or both, but they feel disconnected with the parent. So what I feel is both the parent and the child should understand the problem, and parents should take time to listen to their kids, because the way we raise up and the way now the children are raising up is quite different, right? So now children has to go through lot of things. They has to see a lot of changes in them. Every child is different. When it comes to parenting, it has become a challenge. Our parents doesn't feel that because we are raised in a different way. Now it has become a big challenge because
That's
the children are, yes, the children are influenced by social media.
Rajni, sorry to interrupt you. This is very, very interesting topic. And I think all audience and myself having that impression that you are going to talk on about the parenting as a viewpoint from the educator, as a teacher, that what do you feel? That's fantastic. Hold on to that thought. We will definitely come back to you. Let me introduce another speaker. And another speaker we have here is Miss Kirti Soni. Kirti ji, would you please kindly tell me your full name, from where you are calling, and what are you doing? What do you do? Yeah. Kirti, you're mute. Would you please unmute yourself?
Okay, hi. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, my name is Kirti. I am a psychotherapist. I have been 20 years that I can remember. And my starting point was actually young people. Picking up on what Rajni ji said, my starting point, I very much felt that there was a disparity, there was a gap between people, what they're thinking, and their parents and what they're feeling. And so it was recognizing that and thinking, actually, I can add value to this. The way I found adding value to this is by having conversations both with the conversations with the parents. And when you do that, whether you're an educator, whether you're a friend, the mom could be a friend of yours, or the young person could be your friend. But having conversations will help you. They'll help you identify where and where the sort of friction is not a good word, it's not positive. There is the miscommunication or the lack of connection. And you can only talk to both parties, both sides, and understood what it is, because it's much of a nothing. The young person might be thinking, my parent choices or something, and yet the parents might be thinking, it's not that we don't approve, he doesn't tell us what his choices are. So it could be that there is actually connection. It's a misconnection. So it's up to the observers whether we are holding the position of an educator, and a friend. It's up to us who are viewing this to step. And I know sometimes it can feel like maybe you're intruding, but if you are to the person, you should be able to have that conversation and say, hey, you know the troubles you have, maybe this or maybe that, throw some things out there that gets them working. And if it's a child, then do the same thing. The number of people who know me now is Auntie Kirti because I take them out for a coffee. Then you find out where the connect out of line, and you can rewire the, or you can help to rewire the risk. Picking up on what Rajni ji was saying about the disconnect between.
It's so surprisingly, Kirti ji, what I get from you is that means the location, the environment does matter where you are having that conversation with a teenager to come to their level. If we are sitting in the, say, sitting room, maybe they feel that they've been told off, they've been told that, okay, do this, not giving option. This is very, very interesting to hear from you, Kirti ji. Now, thank you so much. If I can introduce our third guest, who is who has a teenager already in house. She is a mother. Her name is Heenaba Zala. Heenaba, if you can unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and tell everyone that what do you do and what was your parenting journey looked like.
Hello everyone, namaste. My name is Heenaba Zala. Sorry to correct you. We're from Rajput community, and myself, I've been working in so many different fields since past 19 years since I'm in London. So I worked in education, tutoring as well, and then worked in hospitality, sports, and now working with the civil services. So seeing so many families, youngsters, and bringing up children as well. So for me is the best. It depends where you are. And of course, we had a different family style before, and nowadays is different, that maybe only 4 of us or 3 of us in one family. So it makes lots of difference when parents are working, and somewhere we living this gap. And it gap creates tensions when they become children. And that's why always my advice to each parents when they comes to abroad, or even in India these days, like give your time to your child. When they comes from the school, switch off all the gadgets. And when you have time, go with them somewhere, talk to them and listen to them as well. Give them chance to prove themselves. Because as a parent, like whenever I see my son talking to other friends and they're talking them, it's like there is a gap, but of course, because it's an age gap between, but there shouldn't be the gap like where it creates the tensions. The gap will be there. There's no doubt because it's an age gap, but that gap should create something nice, not the tension. So please give them time and understand their needs and create the home environment, not just the school. The school is there, but we need to create their future too. That's it.
That's lovely. Thank you so much. And I'm really sorry I didn't pronounce properly your name. It's Heenaba? Heenaba.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, yeah, in this group, there is my son, because I requested today morning if he would like to say something, and he's studying in second year. He will introduce himself, I believe, and
sure.
hopefully have some new ideas from him as well.
Of course. Let's first hear out from the fourth guest, is Dimple Sorathia. Dimple, I hope I have pronounced your last name correctly. If you can unmute yourself, Dimple, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Dimple.
Yeah, hello.
Please introduce yourself, where you are joining from, and what do you do?
Yeah, I'm Dimple Sorathia. I'm from India, and I'm an entrepreneur. I just prepare the products for the kids, and that is totally educational products. And also it is useful for special need child. So my products are based on the research of holistic learning, that is learning by doing concept. So we have an e-commerce store And my both kid, my daughter is 13 years and my son is right now 9 years old. And we also have a YouTube channel, and we recently received the YouTube Silver Award for our channel also. And that is also only for kids and started with kids and continuing with kids. So that is my introduction. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Dimple. I am so proud that we have a 4 distinguished guests who, one coming from the education environment, who Rajni ji, who is going to explain us that her viewpoint, that how what she perceives when she sees mother and a child separate and there is conflicts, how she resolves. We have lovely guest, Kirti Soni, who is a psychotherapist, so who can actually explain us that what is in their minds going on at the moment when we are talking to teenager, how it comes out, our words, and it goes to their head, it's how differently it is. We have lovely Heenaba, who will explain us, who has a 21 years old son here in a Zoom meeting as well, who can explain that how parenting has gone through, and a Dimple who has educational products. Well done. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have here. So now I'll throw this question to Rajni ji, because as she has explained very well, being a teacher, she has seen many conflicts in the school environment where kids, actually teenager, open up to the teacher but not the parent. So Rajni ji, question to you now, that why is it so that the child incident which you explained us, that the child was upset and mother was not talking to a child for a week or so, why is it so that he managed to open it up to you, tell you what happened, but he didn't spoke to mother? What differently parent would have done in this scenario?
What I felt is he is more close to me than his mother. And he used to share everything with me. Unless he tells me everything, he doesn't sleep. So if I don't go for a day in his house, at night he will WhatsApp me and tell me each and everything, whatever he does. And if he is doing anything wrong also, he will just tell me. First, he will say, I'm going to tell you something, but for that you can't scold me. So this is his first condition. Then I will say, okay, I will not going to scold you, but you have to tell me everything. So after he says, I say that I will explain him in a motherly nature that, see, you know you have done these things wrong. You also know that when you know that you have done this wrong, and you have got to know that your parent or me are going to scold you. So why we will scold you? First, you have to understand that. Whom do we scold? We scold to them whom we feel connected, whom we feel that you have potential to grow. There we scold, or we try to explain you the thing properly, right? I'm not going to talk to strangers if I see the stranger is doing something wrong. But why I am doing it to you? Because I have seen some potential on you. I know you can do well. Same thing is with your mother also. Your mother has given birth to you. Now you have to understand the pain she is taking. Being a parent is not an easy job, beta. You have to understand that your mother is not your enemy. She is the one who is your biggest protector. I came in the second part. Your mother is your first person whom you can trust and you can say. Then he will say that, no, if I will say to my mother, she will keep on shouting. And then I have to make him calm. I have to explain him that being a mother is not easy. Your mother take pain of 9 months and the whole life. So she can understand that if you are going in the wrong path, she will feel the most of the pain. Yeah. After that, I have to go to the mother and explain her that your son wants to say something. He has done or she has done this mistake in his life, and he or she wants to talk to you. Now it's your part to make them understand what you feel and why you feel that. See, it's not about scolding, or it's not about thinking that my child is in the wrong path. It's about understanding the situation. As
So
an adult,
it is, I think what you're saying is the way you communicate with that son. I think that's what makes him open up. Kirtiji, as a psychotherapist, what do you think? Why children are, or kids, teenagers especially? I have my child, she is 15 years old, and although she's connected to me, but I have seen this is a general trend that teenager, they even though they get the best environment, they don't quite open up with their own parents, but the others. What could be the reason, as your profession is this kind of thing? Could you explain us a little bit? Kirtiji, you are muted, sorry.
I keep doing that so that you don't get outside interference, and then I forget. Yes. So the first thing that we need to understand is that they have been with us and they have been hearing our voice since. So they are very, very in tune with our voice, our thoughts. So the last thing they want to do is hurt us, or they are so finely tuned with all of our emotions. They will immediately know when mom is or when dad is upset, but they will immediately know when mom is upset because they've had a conception throughout the whole time when they were developing just from an egg, hearing us speak all the time. They were hearing our voice. So when they're having conversation, they will be reluctant to tell us anything or bring us anything which they upset us. They don't know, but they don't want to take the risk. They don't want to take the risk because they're premium. We are their premium parents, so they're not going to take that risk. So when they have got something that's troubling them or something that's signed and they feel they can't risk coming to us, they will find thing. And the next best thing is whoever they feel comfortable in, whose presence they feel comfortable, who they feel will not get angry or troubled by whatever it is they're going to say, they will take it to them. The thing to understand is when your child is not coming to talk to you as a, why is he not talking to me? Why is he going and talking to my sister? To me, why is she going and talking to my husband's sister? Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a, okay, my child has got something which they're going to make me angry or upset or somehow a negative emotion. And so to protect us, they're doing it because they don't want to upset us. So that's a very important. People do not get told. We don't get a parenting manual when we become, and people just expect us to know everything, but we don't. It's a very
so interesting, Kirtiji. So you're trying to say that actually kids don't tell us purely because they are afraid that how we get hurt or how we're going to react it. Actually, intention is good, but it's just they don't know that by not sharing it, we are actually getting hurt more. So let's hear directly from someone who passed through this journey. I believe we have Heenaba's son, Yuvraj, is here. Yuvraj, if you can, thank you, Yuvraj. If you can kindly unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and if you feel free, if you want to say, what do you do? Otherwise, straight question to you. What do you think? What have you come across that situation in your life where you didn't wanted to share certain things to your parents, but you managed to share with someone other than your parents, and why?
Right. Yeah, so first of all, hello everyone, namaste. I'm your Raj, currently 21 years old. I'm a second year neuroscientist at UCL. Um, I'm currently the president of the Neuroscience Society, so I come in contact with a lot of the youth, and I tutor privately as well, so I'm in touch with teenagers a lot. And hopefully that will help me explain some of our experiences today. And going to the question, there have been times where perhaps my parents are not the first person I'd approach. And as mentioned already, uh, uh, that we are in tune with how our parents are, how they might react, we can predict, so to say. And those reactions may not be the ones we want to see. For example, I think this might be applicable more that in terms of careers or education goals in that sense, when younger people have an idea, a lot of times it can conflict with what the parents might wish for their a son or daughter, right? And uh, for especially a lot of Indian parents want their children to do such and such job that is highly respected. So, and that might conflict with someone's interest, say they want to be a fashion designer, etc. So they want to have a conversation about their career, which where the opposite party will not instantly tell them, but what about job security? What about the pay? What about the respect you would get with the title, right? Not shut them down instantly. And that I think is a major gap in generation where it's no longer these are the jobs you do to have a decent society standing, right? And a lot of the times conflict arises because, especially in the UK, the way the education system is, you are taught to question, right? Especially in the sciences, you're taught to question information, is it factual? And you're taught to question authority at times. And we get a lot of examples recently in the present day world situation where authority is not 100% correct, right? So we question authority. And for teenagers, at least, the biggest authority is at home with their parents. So instead of communicating, we question them and are at odds with them. And that brings about the issues of not of arguments and then not being able to talk to each other. So that's, I think, a major goal to look at in understanding that what we are now exposed to here is not what you guys have been exposed when you were growing up, right? The goals and directives that we see that are open to us are different. And well, there will be commonalities, of course, but this is a key point.
That's very nice, Yuvraj. Thank you for taking out some time from your busy schedule. And it's not easy being a teenager, busy and coming to this kind of session where you've been challenged to come and speak. So thank you so much, Yuvraj. So let's go to Dimple. Dimple ji, I understand you create some kind of educational product services.
Yes.
Are you doing it under is there any books or anything you have created for teenagers to understand, or parents to understand teenager psychology, something which they both can play together and come up with something?
See, it is not a book, but the research is done. What is the topics from the books, the board, state board, the CPSC board, international board. So I just go through all that books and I just create the content, and in that content, nothing was left in a particular class. If there is I have a content for play school, nursery, junior KG, senior KG, I mean KG1, KG2. So nothing is missing. Even a single topic was not missed in that content. And that type of kit I made, and that is a learning by doing concept. And
So
also
Dimple
very
ji, I understand you have.
Hmm.
I hope you're not driving, Dimple ji.
Yes, and I was at the site, don't worry.
We talk to Kirti ji now. Kirti ji, if I may ask you that, what do you think? What Yuvraj has explained us, that the children being taught to ask the authority, question the authority, and I 100% agree. But the generation gap as a parent, how they being taught from their parents, how parents can transit that phase where we were not asked to ask question, we were not allowed to ask question. Whatever parents says, that's it, this is a final thing. And now we have a kids who are raising question to us, who are asking question to us, and coming out from that. So how a parent can transit that journey from past to present?
Yes, thank you. That is a question. And it's particularly important for parents who have migrated, people who have left India and gone to live in the States, or they've gone to live in Europe, in Africa, or Middle East, or anywhere else. That's where this area of concern becomes even greater. Although I must say, because I'm in India, so I do spend time there. I must say that I am finding generation in India is also following the same suit of questioning parents' authority, questioning the system, questioning the community, questioning everything. Are all born. Not you, JIG, because you look very young. But
Oh, not really.
some of us are born from a generation who questions such things. The discipline was stronger, and will rise in our head. You just stayed quiet. You couldn't raise it, or if you thought something like, "That's just the way it is. You just have to do it. That's how it is." Got on with it and did it. But then we went on to children who we then raised in England and who did grow up in an ecosystem where question, it's expected you should question things. And so there was a little bit of Germany times. I was in that same situation where I was thinking, we never put this. Why am I 3 putting me through this?
I fully understand. Yeah, this is the case, I think, right?
Jaya, I
Yes.
think Meenakshi has a question for Kirti ji. So can we take her question?
Let me see.
Yeah, hi there. My question is for Kirti ji, because she is a psychotherapist. I am an advocate. I'm a mother and an advocate of autism. And recently, one of the moms asked me that, I've got a teenager. I think he likes a girl, but obviously because of his condition, the girl is definitely not, taking his advances correctly. Obviously, I don't know how she's going to get help, or how is she going to help her child because he is neurodiverse. But what would be your suggestion to the mother, as in, if not for the child, like, what can she do to explain things to him? What would be your suggestion that I can tell the mom, that can put her in a calmer position?
Yes. Well, first of all, let me say she's very, very lucky to have a friend, because in parenting, it's our friends who help us get through these things. We feel beaten by it. So well done you for being such a great friend.
Thank you so much,
I've
Kirti
just-
ji.
I didn't quite catch what the condition was. What was the condition?
It's autism spectrum disorder. It's neurodiversity, as in where
Okay.
we have social and communication differences, and there are like repetitive behaviors in the child, as in they, you can say they reach their milestones much later.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So in that things first, the mother needs to learn everything that the condition. Now, remember, all these conditions have probably time, but they're only being picked up and identified now. So to research and find out everything she can find out about the and all its different nuances, because it's not one size fits all on a a different radar for different people. So she needs to find end of the spectrum her son falls at, and then at which end of the spectrum, then she needs to identify what are the peculiarity strains of that part of the spectrum. That he's done that, she will be able to improve her communication and her way of. But until she has found her way of connecting and communicating, it will be very difficult to persuade him to go and get outside help, because go and get outside help to some degree, when you're dealing with somebody who is not on a spectrum, but they're not on a spectrum, then you can have a straightforward chat with them and say, see, you've been struggling. This is just an example, but you can say, listen, I can see you've been struggling with your possibly depression and everything. And we've been having these conversations for a long time, but making just one trial appointment, one session with any kind of expert or therapist or someone. You can have that conversation because you're connecting and who is approximately on the same level as you. But when we are with somebody who is on any kind of spectrum, whether it's bipolar, whether it's autism, then we have to first educate ourselves as to, okay, what are the mission and at what part of the spectrum is this person on, to have the appropriate conversation and signpost the person in the dire need. So the work starts from us, person. As always, I hope that helps.
Thank you so much, Kirti ji. Yes, it's really helpful. As you said, this is a new concept, and it's coming up. The research is on, and it's a little difficult. But as you would agree, we have neurodiverse children, but we still have neurotypical mothers. Probably there should be more help for the mothers.
Yeah, Meenakshi, that's really great. I'm not sure about for India, but yes, in UK we have every borough council have these kind of one-stop shop where you guys
yes.
can go and have the parenting services. Like they can have sessions, weekly, 12-week session, depending on the parent's need. So Kirtiji, is it some service available from government in India as well, that where you can signpost them? Maybe is the first point of contact for them is the doctor themselves and they will signpost them? How does it work if any parent is struggling with teenager generation gap, or they just don't know, they don't have support available, what do they do?
Yeah. Yes, as far as I know more than me because she spends more time in India than I do. But as far as I know, is are really at the moment just very limited and they're offered privately. It is as widely known as it is in the West. So if you consider that it's still something that is very much at the beginning stages and the services are established there, then in India, it is still coming to the forefront. Really be private services. I don't know of any NGOs or any government services, but I really, Rashmi, I don't know if you know of any. I don't know of any.
But that's really great, and I think what I can say is it's a big help from Rashmi ji, Rajni ji, who has organized this platform, because what I feel is the awareness. First of all, every parent needs to understand this is normal. Every parent, when there is a generation gap, the problem will happen, the conflict will come. It's not that abnormal to hide it, suppress it. Oh, ye ghar ki baat hai. You know, sometimes we as a female, we try to protect our family and say, oh, no, 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 nothing. My son is, or my daughter is perfectly fine. There's no conflict. We are the best family ever. But actually inside there are conflicts. And that because there is no much awareness, and by through this IIW, this is a great platform. Thank you so much, Rajni ji and Rashmi ji, who has organized this so that it can create more awareness for the parents. And if any problem or issues they are facing it, we have a Kirti ji who is a psychotherapist. We have some parents approach, and as rightly Rajni ji is here as well, who is an educator who can explain that as a teacher, what are the symptoms, what are the small things you can pick it out and say that child is not happy, and which is fantastic. Good team. I am so glad to be here. Is there any other talk or topic you want to raise? You want to talk about something? It's open to all the speakers. If anyone wants to speak any special things or closing words, you want to remark some few points, suggestions for parents, children.
Yes.
May I?
Can I? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Heenaba, you
Yeah, just I wanted to, before I go outside, I just wanted to say and spread the word or pass the message that yes, gap will be there, but we just understand each other and create the atmosphere at home and be with them when they are teenager. So if you give them space, they will find their way. So then you will not like it, because you will think, okay, why this is happening? But because you have left somewhere gap. So this is only my suggestion. Be there with them, and they will be happy and make their life more beautiful. Thank you.
Fantastic.
That's lovely. Rajni ji?
I would like to say only one thing, that if you want to get respect, you have to give respect to the children also. They also deserve respect. So in spite of being always their guidance, sometimes it is very important to become their friend. So as an educator, I have always tried to become the friend of my student first and then an educator. Because if you are not a friend, then student will not open up, and let them speak whatever they feel. Sometimes mothers get irritated because the child speak too much, but they don't realize that whatever they speak, they will speak their heart out. And it is very important for them to speak and to explain what they are feeling. And if they are going through any trauma or any thing that is not that is a barrier in their development, then parents should understand that and should immediately work on it. So with this, I would like to end. And if anybody wants to say, then they are welcome.
We have another guest here, Kirti Ruparelia. Kirti, would you like to say something? We have Archana ji here. Archana, would you like to say something?
Sorry, I have just joined. I'm so sorry. I remembered it and I forgot. So I just came upstairs to lie down and I said, oh, I forgot something. So sorry about that. So I will say something, but once I listen to everyone. Thank you.
That's lovely. So Archana ji, we are about to close our session now. We had a lovely session. Heenaba ji, Rajni ji, Kirti ji, and Dimple has shared amazing their experience with how they interact with the teenager. There are certain points which take away, audience, if you want to take down, that yes, the generation gap will be there. What we need to do is give respect, as Rajni ji said, give respect to get the respect. First rule or thumb of the rule. Kirti ji said, yes, it does matter how you speak to someone, location. If you are communicating with a teenager, you ensure that you go, or maybe they like coffee, take them to coffee shop and start chatting there. Sometimes the environment, location does help you to open it up. And very lovely, Heenaba and her son has explained that if we have generation gap, not necessary, not just because they have a conflict, but still kids will not open it up purely because they don't want to hurt their parents, or they feel the parents have still the orthodox mind and they want to keep it themselves. So in that scenario, what I take away, I have a 15-year-old daughter in my house as well. I think is a time. Space, give them a space, give them respect, give them environment to open up. Don't push them to stay. And if they are sharing their information with someone close to them, who we know, just be happy. Don't feel that why it's not me, why my sister or my aunt, he or she is sharing. And Dimple ji, thank you so much. It was wonderful to know that you have such kind of a product and services for kids to interact and educate them as well.
Thank you so
I am
much.
so glad, Dimple. Would you like to say any closing notes from your side?
I just say one thing, that be a friend with your teenagers. Now at the age when they are teenagers, we can't be their parents. We have to be their friends.
That's lovely. I think you
Yes.
echo same what Rajni ji said. Be a friend. That's
Exactly.
what it
Be a
matters.
friend.
Yes.
Yes. We can't force them.
Heenaba, you want to say something? Yeah.
Yes,
we can't force them, because it is a time of social media. You know, now our kids are using too much of social media. So we can't force them. So we have to be their friends. That's it.
Lovely. Thank you. Yes, Heenaba ji.
yeah, it just wanted to add, like when I was growing up, when my son, I made him responsible of many things as well, and daily experience with him, like how was my day. So that's how you can see that his view, and this is what I will suggest parents share each other's view with each other as well, and it will open up, they will open up to you as well to share their views, their experience, any bad, good, and it removes a little bit gap.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful session. I have definitely learned a lot. The very important thing you all should take away from here is ask for the support. You know, you are not only one parent in the whole world who is going through this journey. Everyone is going through this journey. So either teacher, psychotherapist, or a child, a parent, everyone. Don't feel guilt. that how can I tell someone that I'm having this trouble with my son or daughter? You never know. By sharing this, sometime by saying the problem to someone, you may come up solution with by themselves, and you understand someone else's perception. Sometimes it says that when you're attached to the problem, you just cannot see the solution. So try to detach yourself, find the solution, and if you can't find anything, go on the Facebook. We have IIW platform here. Just ping Rashmi ji or IIW. Somebody will be there to counseling or speaking to you. We lend our ears to you guys. So please come and speak to us. Throw any questions. Our speakers will be available on Facebook anytime. If you want to speak, just message them and they will be able to answer you. Thank you so much. On this note, I would like to close this session. Time just flew. I really want to listen more, you guys, but I guess we have a limited time. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, IIW.
Thank you. And thank you to you for conducting so beautiful event in a beautiful manner. So it's my request that we will again catch up with another topic, and we will talk about the global problem, and we will definitely find solution. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.